In the heat of the dry field, silence is a predator's best friend.
The pangolin, nature's most unique armored tank. A silent assassin watches, sensing a large meal nearby.
Observation. The armored traveler is not easily startled.
Cobra lunges forward, testing the distance.
The strike.
The Cobra tests the defenses of this strange foe.
Transformation. In seconds, the animal becomes a fortress.
Cobra strikes the coiled ball, fangs hitting scales. The collision. Venom meets Keratin, and the venom fails.
The iron coil. There is no gap for the Cobra to exploit.
The Cobra circles the ball, looking for an eye or snout. The hunter finds itself locked out of the hunt.
A hidden weapon. The edges of the scales can cut like knives. The Cobra desperately tries to slide its head under the coil, searching for the soft center.
Giant ground pangolin tightens the coil, pinching the ball python snake's tail. Sharp snap counter pressure. The scales act as a series of traps.
This aggressive display is meant to intimidate. The Cobra, perceiving a rival in the rock, flares its hood to assert dominance.
Patience. The fortress has all the time in the world.
Another strike. Another failure. The fangs cannot find purchase. Chemical defense. The stink bomb to drive the predator away.
The Cobra's sensitive senses are overwhelmed.
Pangolin slightly uncoils to peek at the snake, creaking scale calculating. The defender checks if the threat is retreating.
The hooded terror admits defeat to the iron ball.
Pangolin fully uncurls and shakes its scales into place. Loud rattling victory. The armor remains unpierced and the animal safe.
How pangolins survive even lion attacks. Evolution's perfect shield, built to survive the world's best hunters.
Persistence. The day returns to the simple search for food. Armor meets venom. In this battle, the fortress held firm. The threat is gone. Now, the hunger of the armored giant must be fed. The Cobra retreats to lick its wounds. A predator's ego is bruised.
Pangolin's tongue darting into termite tunnels at high speed. Rapid flicking sticky saliva traps thousands of insects in a single swipe.
Worn scales are constantly replaced by new keratin. Pangolin closes its thick, specialized eyelids and nostrils, sealed tight. Protection against the biting soldier termites.
Cobra finds a small rodent, a much easier target for its fangs. The Cobra returns to the path of least resistance.
Pangolin uses its powerful tail to balance while standing. A bipedal stance. The tail is a fifth limb and a primary shield.
Carrying a literal suit of mail every second of its life. Cobra's heat-sensing pits glowing in the dark forest. Digital ping thermal vision, a tool that failed against the cold keratin scales. Hydration is key to producing the thick, defensive musk.
How the pangolin lacks teeth and chews with its stomach. Gizzard-like stomach muscles and stones do the work teeth cannot.
Renewal. The hunter prepares for a fresh start. Pangolin walking with its front claws tucked under, protecting the digging tools. The pangolin walks on its knuckles. Maintenance. Even a tank needs to itch.
Vulnerability. A blind predator is a cautious one.
Claiming the territory. The fortress has a name. The end of the shift for the nocturnal defender.
A night defined by the triumph of the shield.
The silent calling card of nature's most resilient mammal.
Deep underground, the fortress is also a nursery.
The ride of life. A pup's first journey is atop its mother's armor.
From one defender to another, the Cobra's bad luck continues.
The Cobra finds that not all targets are slow and armored.
Pangolin dances around the Cobra, mocking its speed. The Cobra finds that not all targets are slow and armored.
A mother's duty, moving the family to a richer ant colony. In a world of shadows, sound is the early warning system. Surprising agility. The living tank can float and paddle.
Pockets of air act as life jackets for the armored swimmer.
A lesson in survival. How to find the heart of the termite hill.
The apprentice begins to master the world's most unique tongue.
A new test for the mother's ancient shield. The double shield. The pup is safely tucked in the center. The scales aren't just hard, they are sharp as a serrated blade. Retreat. Paws bleeding slightly from the scales. The feline learns what the snake already knew. Don't.
Tactical patience. The predator must be long gone. A slow burn. They save energy for the times when they need to roll.
Nature's reset. The morning brings new hope for the snake. A banquet awaits. The reward for a night of successful defense.
The only thing armor can't protect them from is habitat loss.
The eyes of a survivor. Ancient, armored, and undefeated. As the dawn light brightens, the forest's most secure family heads home.
The pangolin's prehistoric lineage few. They have outlived dinosaurs, surviving with a design that hasn't changed.
The cycle of the serpent begins anew. The old failure is left behind.
These claws are built for excavation, but they are also the first line of offense.
Even the most fearless animal in Africa recognizes a lost cause. The fortress is sealed. The world outside no longer matters.
The pangolin's role in controlling insect populations. A single pangolin can consume 70 million ants and termites a year.
Ball traps body heat, allowing them to remain dormant for hours.
A pangolin mother grooms her pup's soft new scales. Tender moments behind the iron curtain of their armor. The musk remains, a chemical boundary that lingers for days.
The living pine cone rests,
knowing nothing can reach it. Nature's grand design, the perfect weapon versus the perfect shield. A visual of lethal intent, always waiting for the next vulnerability.
The silent guardian of the termite hills.
Evolution's most stubborn survivor.
The hooded terror remains a legend of the shadows.
The stage of the world's most incredible biological wars.
The Iron Coil.
Where we uncover the armor and the venom of the wild. Join the hunt. Subscribe for more lethal nature encounters.